Alright, we got a game. Looks like a bit of a slow hand here. I think I'm going to try it for science. Hopefully we can draw like a 1-drop or a 2-drop off the top of our deck. Bolt is not castable with this mana. In fact, Falkenrath Aristocrat isn't castable with this mana. Oh, and we're up against Tron. This is tough. Another Cavern. Well, I suppose with Cavern I could say Vampire. It doesn't have to be human, of course. Well, this should be interesting. I think we're just going to get completely housed here if this opponent is able to find Tron on turn 3. Yeah, there's the mine. And here's the scrying. So I don't know how good of a start we would have needed to keep up with that. But at this point, let's play Concealed Courtyard and keep him unaware of what we're trying to do. If it's a Wormcoil Engine or a Walking Ballista, we've got stuff. If it's a Karn Liberated, we are going to be struggling unless we can find a red source to bolt it. Oblivion Stone. Interesting. Relic. Don't care about that so much. Alright. And our opponent is at 20. Oh, great. Another path. Wowza. There is the Ulamog. Alright, so let's float a white and a white. I love Tron. Such a wonderful thing to have in this format. Oh my god, are we gonna get there? Is this even possible? Is it worth showing off that we're on humans? I think we just concede this one and move on to the next one. I don't want to play these lands and give any information when this is almost surely a loss. Right? Yeah. Alright. Let's see here. So we're going to want the Thalia. Kai is interesting. Exile a 1-mana permanent. Can hit the relics, can hit the spheres, but I don't think that that's going to do us much good. Wear and tear will be important, probably. As will Kitesail Freebooter. I like keeping some paths in for Wormcoils. I like keeping some bolts in for the walkers. Tithe Taker, probably not really relevant. Yeah, we'll cut those Tithe Takers. I don't know how I feel about Tithe Taker overall. I don't think it's a great card. Campbell, though, can punish our opponent. We're going to play a couple of those guys. Doomed Traveler might just be too slow. It's hard to say. I think we'll cut one of those. And I think I need to lean heavily on this path to get through. Well, I do have wear and tear also, don't I? I think I need the paths, though. There are just some big creatures that I cannot deal with without them. Alright, definitely want to go first here. Better hand. Pretty damn risky, though. All these 2 drops and not a second land. I don't think I can keep this. This is doable. Clifftop is awkward here. Alright, well I can go turn 2 Thalia. Ideally that would have been a shock land and I could have put the Champion of the Parish or Kytheon into play right away, but you can't have it all. Ooh, and our opponent doesn't do anything with that second mana. Alright, so definitely want Thalia here. This is going to be great if I can just punish him. Or he just like naturally plays Tron and then the game's over. That's another possibility. Alright. Judith, Kytheon will be a good next turn for me if I can find another land. That's good news. Can't even cast an Oblivion Stone right now off of that mana. Okay, Path to Exile will be very good security for us, but this is most definitely what I will be doing right now. Totally different game here. I'm sure my opponent did not see this coming after our very, very lackluster start. So now if we see Tower Ugin, it's just like, we're done. Okay, cool. I think we keep it as is. I don't know that we want to change anything or if we want to play any more reactively because of the fact that we're on the draw. Probably the opposite. We probably want to keep applying pressure. Yeah, I think we just keep it the same. That was the start that we play this deck for. Now Judith's a little funky because with Ugin, I mean we pretty much lose the game anyway if my opponent plays an Ugin. But if my opponent plays Oblivion Stone and plans to kill my creatures that way, obviously Judith is pretty good in that case. But I think it's good enough to play purely for the Anthem effect, which is why I'm keeping it around. Okay, this hand, once again, Clifftop Retreat, really awkward in this deck. I don't know if I like that, but we're gonna keep it and just start bashing with these Bloodsoaked Champions. Mana base so far has been a little bit suspicious to me. When I have a card like Bloodsoaked Champion, yes, it's a human, so I can play it with the Cavern, but to reanimate it with the raid effect, that concerns me. So I don't think I can use this for activated abilities. Only cast a creature spell. Alright, so there we go. There's the shrine that we needed. Cavern. Okay. This looks like a pretty good hand now that I've got the shrine. I can go turn 2, play 2 more 1-drops. Turn 3, hopefully there's a Judith, and then turn 4, Falkenrath Aristocrat. FTW. But that is assuming that my opponent doesn't just completely assemble the combo, the Tron, Fecta, and come after my lands. They could miss a land drop and just lose the game too. That's another possibility. Ooh, I like Thalia a lot, especially in this situation. Oh my god. Very good. Suppose I didn't need to shock there, but let's attack. If I play a Thalia, my opponent's got to dismember. There's a chance that they come after my Bloodsoaked Champion. That seems like a pretty bad play, especially when they're going to need to kill the Thalia. But I can pretty much guarantee that that thing's getting in for 2 if I attack first. Alright, there we go. Missed a land drop. Not an exciting start for my Tron opponent. Not sure how that matchup really goes in, overall, but I'm thinking that we're probably aggressive enough to take them down. But on the draw, that becomes a lot harder to do. Ugin, GG. Wormcoil Engine, if I don't have a path, GG. Walking Ballista, really good when I don't have a Judith. But also good when I do have a Judith. Good news for Judith, though, is that it interacts a little funky with Walking Ballista in that it can deal the damage from the sacrifice triggers to the Ballista itself. So some of my creatures can sort of come after it when they're killed. They'll likely be going after Judith itself first, but if it has 3 counters on, I can force the 3rd counter to be removed. At least probably will kill one of my tiny creatures, but still finishes off the Ballista before my opponent has the opportunity to put more counters on in the next turn. So there's that. But anyways, we're going to go on to another game and keep on trucking.